Good evening, I'm William Pace. I'm on the set of Phantom, a musical thriller currently playing at La Comedia Dinner Theater. Tonight we'll be talking with four of the leading actors in this production. Coming up, we're going to be talking with the actor Todd Gerhardt. Stay with us.
Oh, I like the Count because he's so elegant, and he enters the stage and he's in a tuxedo with a cape, and he has a cane and top hat and tails, and he has two women, one on each arm.
My guest this evening is Todd Gerhardt. Now you play the role of Count de Chandon.
Count de Chandon.
Okay, and you've worked with several theater groups like Human Race, and also I believe the Hilton Head Playhouse. How does La Comedia Dinner Theater compare to some of the other places you've worked with?
Oh, this is really good. They treat us very well. They feed us, which is really nice. This show is one of the best shows that I've been in. I mean, this is a really strong show. It's a strong cast. The Phantom and Christine, who you'll meet later, are great. So this is a lot of fun. So it compares very well. Yeah, this is as good of entertainment as you'll find.
What do you like about the character Count de Chandon?
Oh, I like the Count because he's so elegant, and he enters the stage and he's in a tuxedo with a cape, and he has a cane and top hat and tails, and he has two women, one on each arm. So I like the elegance of the Count.
Yeah,
he has a lot of fun.
Very debonair.
Yeah, he's very charming. That's why I like that.
My father always said I'd be a good actor when I was growing up as a child. Did your parents recognize your acting talents early?
Yeah, kind of. Well, see, my family's very athletic-oriented, they're very sports-oriented, so nobody in my family really, does much theater or singing or anything like that. So once I was in, I guess, school, church plays and things like that, that's when they started pushing me into it. They never really pushed, but that's when they realized that's what I could do.
So your parents are very supportive then?
Yes, very. Yeah.
Tell us why the viewers at home should come to see this production.
Oh, they should come to see the Phantom because, well, the food's great. The food's wonderful. The wait staff here at La Comedia is wonderful. They take very good care of the customers as they come in, and it's something that you can do with your whole family. There's no foul language in it. There's no nudity. There's not too much violence, and it's a great evening of entertainment. It's a good package.
Phantom is going to run to August, right?
Correct.
Okay, and there's matinees also too, I understand too, for
Yes, we have matinees Wednesday, Thursday, and Sundays.
After this production, you go to New York, and are you hoping to do more theater work in New York?
Yes, I'm interested in doing some film and television also. But yeah, right now I've done more theater, so that's probably my strong point.
Which do you prefer, your acting or your singing?
I prefer acting.
Really?
Yeah, I consider myself an actor who sings. And we all have our strength. So I consider acting my strength.
Okay, well, thank you very much for coming on tonight.
It was my pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll be back in a moment with actress Diana Rogers. Stay with us. Don't you?
Wow, but look who I get my throat cut by. I mean, the fat food.
My guest this evening is Diana Rogers. Hi, how are you? Thanks so much for coming on tonight.
Thank you, it's a pleasure.
Compliments of 3rd Avenue Florist.
Oh, thank you, these are lovely.
You're from Cincinnati.
Yes.
Now, in Cincinnati, your family is in Cincinnati.
Yes.
You have 2 children.
I have 2 children, Ryan, who's 14, and Heather, who's 16.
And you recently finished a tour, I think, of Les Miserables.
Yes.
And it was, how long? How long was the tour?
I was out for 2 years, and I left because I got kicked in the face and they broke my nose, so.
Wow.
A good reason to come home, but I was the one that played Dayton.
So I guess you're an actress that can have it all.
Well,
family, career, husband, all of that.
Well, hopefully you try, I don't know. But,
was it hard, being on the road and being
Well, it was. I didn't
children?
start until my children were in school, and originally I went back to school to get a teaching degree. And at the time, I was persuaded to get not only a teaching degree, but a performance degree, and I went to Northern Kentucky, so I got them both under the promise to my husband that, yes, I promise I'll get a teaching job. And I ended up doing a lot of professional theater in the summer, and then I was offered a scholarship to the Conservatory of Music for dramatic performance, and I was there in my first year when Les Mis came through, and I auditioned, and they were like, well, where have you been? And I said, well, I'm having babies and going to school, you know, and so it was very nice. It was kind of like a Cinderella story, and they plucked me up, and I was out with them for 2 years and met a lot of people and did a lot of lovely things, so, yeah.
In this production, a Phantom at La Comedia Dinner Theater, you played a part of Carlotta, the aging opera singer.
Yes.
How is this character different from some of the other characters you've portrayed?
Well, I don't have to wear dirt like Les Mis, so that's a big plus. My costumes are a lot nicer, and I finally get to use my legit voice. I think for so many times when you're doing character work, they ask you to either belt or change your vocal style to use a little bit of caricature, and Carlotta has to do that. A lot of times you have to find ways to make her change her so that she's not the big diva, that she has a few vocal flaws here and there, but it's a great role, and it's challenging. So I have a lot of fun every night.
But in this production, in this show, you get your throat cut, don't you?
Well, but look who I get my throat cut by. I mean, the Phantom. So no, it's a lot of fun. The kids love it. That's the part they love the best. So it's exciting, and it's a really nice little dramatic moment there, stuck in the middle of everything. So have a good time.
You're from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you went to the College Conservatory?
In fact, I'll graduate with my master's degree. I went back after my nose was broken. I finish up this year. And that's the reason I'm in
Good
town.
Reason to go back
Good reason to go back, right.
right.
And I'll finish, June 14th is graduation day, so finally I will have my master's.
So you're working on your master's, and
I'm
you're
working on my
starring in
master's.
this production.
Yeah, and I'm
family.
kicking a path through my house right now, and that's about it.
Do you stay in town, or are you commuting from Cincinnati?
I'm commuting from Cincinnati.
Wow, that makes for a full
So it's
week.
been it's been kind of a crazy schedule, because I just finished doing, I was rehearsing Phantom during the day, and my thesis role was Margaret in Richard III. So I would finish rehearsing here, get in the car, and drive down there and perform in Shakespeare in the evening. So as long as I didn't break into a song in the middle of one of the acts, I was fine. So it was fun.
Thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be back in a moment with Matthew Shepard and Susan Files-Smith. Stay with us.
Whenever a special effect would happen on stage, they would just go crazy, and that was one of the moments that they just started screaming.
I'm just primed, ready to jump to catch him wherever he lands.
Really? My special guests this evening are Matthew Shepard and Susan Files-Smith. Hi. For you, compliments of 3rd Avenue Florist.
Thank you.
I came to the
Beautiful.
opening night, and you both were terrific.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Out of this world. But you both have a lot in common. You're a husband and wife team, both from Texas. Both went to the University of Arizona.
Well, actually, Arizona State University in Tempe.
State.
Right.
Okay. And both are graduates of Cincinnati College Conservatory.
Yes, sir.
How did you two meet?
Well, that's kind of an interesting story. We were at orientation at Arizona State, and I sat down on a bench outside of the music school, and Matt's parents happened to be sitting there because they were there with him that week, and his dad just started talking to me. We were talking about orientation and how frightening it was to be at school, and then suddenly he started asking me things about myself, like what was I studying, what was I doing, and oh my gosh, their son was doing that too. And then lo and behold, here comes Matt out the door, you know, to see his folks, and they introduced us. And then we just were friends for a couple of years, and then finally we wised up and started dating.
Was it love at first sight?
Well, I mean, it was on my part. I had to wait around for Matt.
Well, I just had to wise up, you know.
Are you enjoying your work here at La Comedia in Phantom?
Yes, very much.
Oh, definitely.
Matt's playing a part of the Phantom, and you're doing the part of Christine. That's both are challenging roles.
Yes.
And tiring, I guess, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you like about your roles in Phantom?
Well, specifically, it's dramatically challenging. with the singing, which is very demanding, on top of the content of the show, you know, the desperation that the Phantom has to win the love of Christine because of his solemn life down in the depths of the opera house. I mean, and to bring that across without overdoing it is a real challenge. And then also to be able to do it 8 shows a week is very challenging. And
That's a lot of work.
it definitely is. But it's great. Everyone in the cast is wonderful. We all get along very well.
And you, Christine, what do you like about the role of, or Susan? I'm calling you Susan.
That's all right.
What do you like about the role of Christine?
What I really like about it is it's kind of a chance to be like Cinderella, you know, for a couple of hours every day. So it's really quite fun, you know. And I really enjoy being in the spotlight and, you know, being the lead. That's what I like about it.
Do you both ever worry about forgetting your lines?
Well, we used to. I don't think so anymore. We've been running for like 5 weeks, and now it's kind of second nature. But then too, you know, you lose your focus, and whammo, you blew a line. You know, it consistently happens. Yes.
I want to ask Matt. Now, I came to the open night for the press. Matt, do you ever worry when you're making your entrance on the stage coming from the rear of the theater on this rope, what might happen? Do you ever worry about having some problem with that?
Well, actually, it's a wire.
A wire?
I'm rigged up. There's a bar hooked to a wire, and I start from the back of the house, and I just do a jump of life. And
do you have fear that the wire might break?
Oh, not really. I never do.
What are you thinking?
Susan might worry,
What are you thinking when you're making your entrance on that wire, flying over tables?
Well, actually, it's a lot of fun. It's interesting to see the reaction of the people in the audience because they're not expecting it. They're just sitting there enjoying what's going on stage, and then all of a sudden the spotlights hit this flying figure coming over them, and it really surprises them. In fact, just yesterday we had the entire house was full of high school, well, actually junior high students, and it was an interesting audience. But whenever a special effect would happen on stage, they would just go crazy, and that was one of the moments that they just started screaming. And
Susan, what are you thinking when Matt makes his entrance on stage?
I'm just primed, ready to jump to catch him wherever he lands.
Are you really?
Yeah,
Do you worry
I am.
something
Yeah, I
might
do.
go wrong?
Yeah, I don't worry as much on the flight across, but the one he does across the proscenium I worry about because he doesn't have it, he's not harnessed in.
From right to left.
Yeah.
But is that a major worry?
It's not major.
Just stay in character.
Yeah, I just keep my eyes
Forget.
on him. Yeah.
I want to talk some about your experience. You both are singers as well. I might say that too. And both have worked some in opera too, and musical theater as well. Do you prefer one over the other?
Oh, well, this is my first dip into music theater, really. So I can't answer that because I really like this, but I love opera. You know.
So when you...
They're so different.
Oh, yeah.
Really, you know.
They really are.
Yeah.
Really are. What about you, Matt?
well, actually, the genre of a piece really doesn't matter to me as much. It's the challenge of the piece. If it's, as long as a work like this is vocally challenging, where a lot of opera is, most opera is vocally challenging, and also the dramatic content is also challenging, that is what interests me in roles. And there's a lot of musical theater that doesn't have that, and there's a lot of opera that doesn't have that. So it really doesn't depend on the genre for me. It's just the content of the specific show.
What are your future career plans?
Well, actually, we're going, this same show, it's a different production company. We're going to be going to Germany and to Berlin specifically in September to start rehearsals for another production of this Phantom by Maury Yeston. And what that is going to be is a tour of Europe of this show, and we're playing the same roles. So we're going to be going to Germany, Austria, Switzerland, France, and Belgium.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Right.
How many months will the tour last?
Well, it's 20 weeks of performance, so it's 5 to 6 months, but it's spread over until next April. So we have some time off for Christmas to come back to the States.
Tell us why the viewers should come to see Phantom.
Go ahead.
Well, it's an exciting show. It's very entertaining. It moves quickly. All the performers are excellent. There's not a weak link in the cast.
They really are.
And the food is good beforehand. We eat it all the time. So, and it's just, the show is a wonderful show. It's a great story. There's some humor in it. There's the drama, the love story, and it's
Show
a
for
good
the
night.
entire family.
Oh,
Yes,
definitely.
There's something for everyone in this show.
I'd like to thank you both for coming on the show tonight. Thank you
you for
very
having
much.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And we'll be back in a moment with some closing comments. Stay with us. Gotta go. See you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.